Good morning, everyone. Just checking in to see what's happening here at the Wilkes County Library today, or what we have coming in the next weeks to come. May the 5th, happy Cinco de Mayo. My grandson always calls me on Tuesday and talks about Taco Tuesday, but here we go. It's a Thursday, so help celebrate and enjoy your tacos, margaritas, have a good festive holiday for Cinco de Mayo. Here to tell you a little bit about what's happening and what's coming up. And I'll start with tonight as an example, or right off the bat, because every first Thursday at 5 o'clock, we have a group that meets over at the Roaring River Vineyards, and that's in Trap Hill. It's sponsored by the Trap Hill Public Library. It's a book club there called the Reading Trap. So if you'd like to join the Reading Trap, would love to have you visit. If you can't make it out in person, just drop a line, send me an email, and I'll line you up for our own online platform. We do have a discussion online that you can join us that way virtually if you can't be in person. The book that we're reading today, this month, is written by Andre Brink. It's not mirrored correctly. I get my video settings right to make it not backwards. That should help. No? Anyway, a dry white season by Andre Brink. Andre Brink, we're picking this book because it's his birthday this month, and his story is about racism, prejudice, police brutality, but it happens to take place in Johannesburg, in the suburbs of Johannesburg. And he has always believed that the government of South Africa is fair, benevolent, but then suddenly a black friend is arrested. So who we're talking about here, sorry, not Andre, but the writer, but Ben DeToit, his main character. He's a white school teacher, professor, and he never really considered any unfair, racist treatments of folks in Johannesburg, where he's always lived. But suddenly a black friend is arrested and then commits suicide, and it's tabbed as a suicide, but as he investigates further, it doesn't seem that way. This happened to take place during his police custody, so you can imagine when you think about how our country has been tied up in a turmoil with social justice issues and coming to a head during the pandemic with George Floyd's arrest, and how that played out. And you hear about these types of things all the time. So he wants to believe that this is probably an accident, but instead he begins an investigation, and he uncovers lots of corruption and lies, and how this murder was an officially condoned murder. So in the end, you're going to, I don't want to give away the story, but you're going to follow the character Ben DeToit in his quest for truth and what results of that, and his newfound commitment to justice. It's pretty interesting. I'm only about halfway through with it. But it is a page turner, and it'll catch your attention. And you may have seen this as a film at one point. It came out with a movie on this book starring Marlon Brando, Donald Sutherland, and Susan Sarandon. It's an older film, and like I said, this is an older book. So the Reading Trap meets, like I said, monthly, the first Thursday at 5 o'clock, and the idea is to catch up with and read some of the older books that we maybe have forgotten about or didn't know about, just to discover them. Next month, we'll be reading a book. It's a nonfiction piece called Longitude by Dava Sabel. We've got a few copies circulating here in the library, and you can pick some up if you're interested in finding out more. But it's the discovery of longitude. When men determined that the world was not really flat, it's round, and how to travel and cross the continents, the globe, with latitude and longitude. So it's kind of an interesting discovery that was made in the 1600s, and looking to find out more all about that. We also have a special book read coming up with our state, with the North Carolina Humanities Council. The book that we'll be reading there is called Driving with the Devil by Neil Thompson. And it's all about moonshine, with Detroit Motors and NASCAR, the history of NASCAR. So that'll be an exciting book to discuss, and thoughts about our county and its quest to bring back the small track speedway. And of course, moonshining in Wilkesboro was a big thing back in the day. So we'll learn all about that and other things in that book. And what's so neat is that we got funding through the state Humanities Council to provide books for our community. So we'll have them available for you to come by the library and pick up. And then we'll have a conversation on Zoom in June. It'll be a virtual conversation because the author will be joining us. Neil Thompson, who wrote the book, will come in and answer questions, and we'll have conversations. And of course, we're going to have several events leading up to it, all in the month of June. We're kind of highlighting the history of NASCAR and what it means to this community and this county and in our state. This is a read that's across the state, so we'll have visitors from different places, not just here locally. If you'd like to participate in that, come by and get your discussion guide to pick up a book. There's a plan where you read so much every week, and then you're all ready to talk about the book at the end of the month. And that's coming up in June, so you have plenty of time to read ahead. As far as book clubs go, there's other activities as well. Of course, Marlyn, our adult service manager, she has a regular book club that meets monthly, and you can come by the library and pick up a copy of the book that they're reading. And they meet on the fourth Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Trying to remember. Let's see, we have, of course, you may have heard or are now seen in the news lately that we have a new outreach post, and that's at the Wilkes Laundromat over in Wilkesboro. We have a little center set up for kids with who come in with their families to do the wash, and they can sit and visit and read with books and activities and crafts and games and things to keep them busy and occupied and learning. So it's a wash and learn project. And fun times at the laundromat. So if you're out that way and you need to do some laundry, check us out there. We'll be having some regular story times. They haven't been determined when is the best time. So let us know when you're there with your kids and when you like to do your laundry, early in the morning or later in the evening. I know probably you might want to not bring your kids because it's a hassle. And you know, when I did laundry with my children growing up, I would try to time it when their dad or somebody else could keep them and I could hurry and do the wash. But if you have kids and you want to bring them along, we want to invite you to come out. And even adults, there's information on health literacy and things that you might want to take and learn about for how to interact with your children and with books and learning. So check that out. Also, we're gearing up for summer reading, and our youth services manager, Elizabeth Lee, is actually on vacation this week, but I'll try to invite her to come in with me next time we meet. We meet for the coffee talk every first Thursday. So beginning in June will be a great time to have her visit and give you all the updates on all the summer reading programming. The theme for our summer programming is Oceans of Possibility. So we're going to have some sea life type of stories and adventures, and not just animals, sea animals, but you know, there are pirates on the seas and mermaids. Mermaids are my favorite. So there'll be fun things to discover this summer with your children and the theme on ocean and sea world type of activities. Of course, read anything, read everything. That's what I always say. Um, we have special programming coming up in June for Juneteenth to recognize the end of slavery, and you'll hear all about that as well. Right here in the month of May, we haven't got to June yet, so let me back us up. In the month of May, we are busy with learning about all sorts of things that's come up and discovering how you can get help in the library with our digital literacy resources and programs with our different departments. So check out the library's calendar, the website, and find out all about the things that we can do to meet your needs and grow your mind and feed your mind, and the rest will follow. I think that was a song I heard one time. So I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm gonna tap out now. I haven't seen anybody to talk with this morning, and we'll put this up. So no, don't hesitate to join me. First Thursdays at 9 a.m. here on our coffee Zoom. But any day, really, any day, drop by and say hi. I'd love to meet you and talk about library things and what you're interested in. And we'll check you later. Take care.